Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of Tip Tuesday. My name is Kaylee and this is your lifestyle approach to conquering all of life's issues. For today's Tip Tuesday, we're going to talk about some tips to keep yourself safe. I know being a woman, oftentimes I feel like, I don't know how to word it really, but just that, people really victimize me and people really make just women in general the victims automatically. When you hear, oh, someone got mugged, I'm sure you automatically think, oh, it was a woman. Or I feel like a lot of, pepper spray companies or, things like that are really advertising towards women. If you just see some of the advertisements, you always see, a woman holding a pepper spray or, women like that. Or even if you see like a banner for a self-defense class, you see, women taking self-defense classes, because honestly, women are people that a lot of people think are easy targets and that they can just really bully and stuff like that. But let me tell you, we are not easy targets. We women are strong people, and I'm going to give you a couple of tips on how you can keep yourself a little bit safer and avoid some sketchy situations. So the first thing that I would obviously suggest to keep safe is to abide by the rule of two. So this is something that I always try and live by in my life, but that is having somebody else with you, or even better, being in a group of people, because the more people you're with, the safer you're going to be. So if you're going out at night, make sure you have a friend with you. Make sure you have, even better, a couple friends with you or a group of people with you. Usually if I'm going out and hanging out with friends, I would at least have 2 or 3 other people with me, because honestly you're just going to be a whole lot safer that way. Or even if you're going in a big group of people, even better. And I know not always you'll be able to have somebody with you. If you're maybe leaving work and going to your car, you might have to go alone and not have somebody else with you. But I'd really suggest the rule of 2. And I know when I worked in retail and we leaving the mall every day, this is actually where I learned the rule of 2, is that our managers would not let us go to our cars by ourselves, because a lot of the time when we would get to work, we'd have to park all the way in the back of the parking lot where it was really dim. So oftentimes we'd have to walk, 2 of us would have to walk to the first person's car, and then us both get in the car and then drive to the second person's car, because you're honestly just a lot safer just being with somebody else. So I really suggest the rule of 2. Like I said, you can't always be with somebody else. You might have to be alone. So I want to give you some tips that you can do to keep yourself safe if you're alone. But also, these tips are really just good to have in general. Even if you're in a group of people, you never know. So these are some tips that I would definitely say to follow. These are things that I do in my own life. So the first thing I would say is to carry some pepper spray with you. I have my pepper spray somewhere. Let me get it. So I have like a normal pepper spray, like the big ones, but okay, don't leave your pepper spray in the car, because it will like just get messed up, and don't do it. But now I have like this small little pepper spray thing. It says Mace on it. It says Mace brand, and so it's really small, it's really compact, and like it's really discreet also with your keys. It's really small, and all you have to do is just lift it up and then spray it, and yeah, it works really good. Well, I don't know if it works really good. I'm sure it works really good. A lot of people buy it. But I would just really suggest to keep some pepper spray in your keychain and keep it with you, because, you're able to aim from, I think it's like 15 to 30 feet or something like that. And I'm pretty sure somebody that has pepper spray in their eye is going to be really easy to get away from if you're in danger. The next thing I would suggest to do is to carry around like a little rape whistle, or to just make a lot of noise if you feel like you are in danger. That one's just kind of self-explanatory, but once you make a lot of noise, it causes other people to pay attention, like, oh, what's going on? Where's that noise coming from? Thus making you a little bit safer. The next thing I would like to tell you guys about is the car key trick. And my adorable grandmother actually showed me this when I was really little, but the car key trick is actually to like get your keys. Let me see. To like get your keys. I don't even know if I can do it. I'm just gonna get one key. To like get your key and like put it in your hand. So like when you have your hand down and like by your side and you're just walking with it, it's really easy to have that key in your hand. So if God forbid somebody comes up to you or somebody does something, you just like stab them with the key, or like hit them with the key. But that's something I was taught to do. I do it occasionally if I feel a little bit uneasy, but something to keep in mind. The next thing I would highly recommend that has honestly made me feel so safe is implementing an app on your phone. So there's a lot of apps out there. I know a lot of campuses have things like alerts, but my personal favorite app is something called SafeTrack, and basically it's just an app where you make your like little profile, you set up a password and everything, and you have your location on while using the SafeTrack app. And while you are walking, let's say at night, from a building to your car or anything like that, all you do is just you keep your finger down on the SafeTrack button. And once you get inside of your car, wherever you are at, you take your finger off the button, you have 10 seconds to enter a password, and that way they know you're safe. But let's say you are in danger. All you have to do is just remove your finger from the button, and in 10 seconds, if you haven't entered your password, it will automatically send you a text notification asking if you are okay. If you do not respond, it will call you and notify the police immediately and give them your location. So actually, a funny story, I had one day accidentally pressed the button on the app for some reason, and I could not remember my password to like say I was okay, and somebody actually texted me immediately saying, "Hi Kaylee, this is so and so from SafeTrack. Are you okay? Kaylee, respond. If not, we are going to send police to your location." And I was like, whoa, okay, so it really is a legit app. It works really well. I'm sure other apps work too, but implementing an app will honestly just keep you a little bit safer, and I honestly feel a lot more comfortable having the app on my phone. I know this next tip might seem a little bit childish, but this really is a great way to keep yourself safe. If you live with roommates or other people, it's going to just give them a heads up and say, hey, I'm going to be home by 10 tonight, or hey, I'm going to be home by 12 tonight, or hey, I'm going to be leaving at 6 a.m. tomorrow, I'll be home at like 10. Just so that way people can know and kind of keep an eye out, so if they don't see you for a couple of days, they're like, okay, something's wrong, let's call the police, we have a missing person, and they don't just think, oh, they're probably just staying somewhere else. So it's really important. I know it seems childish, I know it kind of feels like you're checking in with a parent or something, but it really is important to do that, so that way you can just keep yourself a little bit safer and have people also checking out for you. The next thing is kind of an obvious, I guess, tip to keep yourself safe is to avoid dark areas and parking garages. And I know we can't always do this, but I remember reading somewhere that a lot of muggings or assault cases happen in parking garages or dark empty parking lots. So it's really important to avoid those areas if possible, or have somebody escort you to your car. I know a lot of malls will have police escorts that they will do if you're feeling uncomfortable and it's really late at night. So if you have to go into a dark parking lot or into a parking garage at night and you're by yourself, proceed with caution and be like a deer in headlights. My dad always tells me about being like a deer in headlights, but I really do feel like a deer, like I am a deer in headlights, and I feel like if people are watching me, they probably think I'm like crazy or something, because I'm going to my car and I'm constantly looking all around me and looking, okay, I know there's a person right there, I know there's a person right there, I know there's a person over there, and I know my surroundings and I know where everything is at, so that way I know just what's going on, and I'm just being aware and being cautious, because it's really important to not just like be on your phone the whole time or be distracted, because people that are trying to target women and trying to mug them or do anything horrible like that, they're paying attention for those people who are distracted. So don't be one of those people. Be smart and pay attention. But also, once you're going up to your vehicle, be sure to enter with caution. I would just say, like, peek around, make sure nobody's just waiting to like snatch you up, or like look in the back seat if it's dark and you're feeling a little bit afraid. Just make sure that no one's doing anything there, and make sure no one's being sketchy or anything like that. Like I said, God forbid these things ever happen to you, but it's really just great things to keep in mind. Don't be oblivious, don't be distracted, and all of these things really do happen. So I don't know if you have all seen lately, but there's this big like viral post going around on like Facebook and whatnot, talking about how a lot of people that, this specific article is actually talking about people that try and snatch women for sex trafficking, but I'm sure this same concept can work for anybody that's just trying to mug you or assault you or do anything like that. But that is that the predators are actually putting some stuff on your windshield to kind of distract you. So this specific article was talking about how, this flannel shirt was like wrapped around this girl's windshield wiper, and basically what people are trying to do is they want you to spend time being outside of your car trying to unravel this thing, because while you are, number one, distracted, and number two, also wasting time undoing these things from your windshield or looking all over the paper on my windshield, people are able to take advantage of the situation that way. So If you see anything on your windshield that looks suspicious, just get in the car, drive away, wait till you get home or wait till you get to a well-lit place with a lot of people and take care of it then, because that is just honestly a really big way that people will try and get their victims. So going along with this same trend of, walking to your car at night and whatever, blah, 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 it's really important to not waste time. Don't get into your car and be like, okay, I'm safe. Let me sit on my phone for 10 minutes. Let me text this person back. Let me look through my stuff. No. Get in your car, lock the door, and drive home or drive wherever you're going, and you can do all that stuff later. Because, like I said, people are looking for those people who are distracted and just wasting time. So don't put yourself in that situation and don't let yourself become a victim. So a little self-defense never hurt anybody. I know in my town we have a lot of free self-defense classes or even long, self-defense series that you can sign up for, and I would really recommend that. I mean, just having some general knowledge of how to, fight someone off and protect yourself is a really good thing, and I feel like it would honestly just give you a lot more confidence and make you feel like you would be very prepared and calmer in a situation like that and not going to be so easy to be victimized. So this last tip is kind of going out in a little bit of a stretch, but I don't personally live alone, but if I did live alone, I would definitely be getting a dog, because I feel like dogs are really just kind of good alarm systems, and dogs are kind of those ones that know when something's off, and if they hear something they'll bark and kind of alert you as well before an alarm system could alert you too. So I guess this tip is kind of going out in a stretch, but I don't know. Get a dog. Either way, get a dog, because dogs are amazing. Don't get cats. I don't like cats. Get dogs. Dogs are amazing. But anyways, thank you guys so much for checking out this Tip Tuesday. Make sure you guys stay safe. And if you get anything from this video, I want you to know that try not to be alone. If you are alone, don't be distracted. Don't waste time. And just keep yourself safe. Be alert, guys, because there really are bad people, and I feel like every day I'm on this earth, things just get worse and worse. And I'm not trying to be a pessimist or, a negative Nancy, but it really is something that we have to take into consideration, especially if you're alone, and especially being a woman, because people think that they can just do whatever they want to women because we're not going to fight back. But we are, and because now that you've watched this video, you have some great tips under your belt. So I really hope you got something from this video. Keep in mind these tips, and I hope you all will join me next week for Tip Tuesday. Thanks so much for watching.